I'm here with Mark from Bookmark in Devonport, a very terrific shop if you're into books, collectible books and all sorts of history. Mark, what can you tell us about the shop?
Well, I've been here just over 2 years. I've been doing second-hand books since 1999. I started from scratch in Takapuna and gone from a sort of place where it was cheek by jowl, sort of week by week, and a place that was for demolition to another arcade, and then another shop after that, getting bigger each time, and eventually I had to move, as I say, 2 years ago down to here, and there's been a bookshop on this site for about 20 years. The last folks sort of packed up and went, and we came down and bought all our stock, and the other thing we have here is trying to create an atmosphere, a bit of interest, and if you pan around the walls you'll see that we're more than just a bookshop. We try and give a bit of atmosphere, a bit of interest, a bit of wonder, plus having great books as well.
Absolutely terrific. Do you where do you get these books from? I suppose that's my question.
Oh, well, most people bring books in for us to buy, and so we tend to have a look through and see what we want and what we don't want and they don't want. There's also an op shop up the arcade, so they get the benefit as well, and we have everything from sort of like a 1666 book in the cabinet to some of the latest like 2016 paperbacks on the shelf as well, so it's like the whole gambit.
What would be the most popular books that people want to buy in the shop?
Biggest turnover is probably in paperback fiction, and so we've got a whole sort of wall, most of the shop of that, but most of the shop in terms of actual volume is non-fiction books. So there's like the balance between the two, really.
What would be the most, I suppose this is a question that a lot of people probably ask you, what's the most valuable book or set of books that you've got here that you think might just be in someone's attic or garage that they don't really sort of put a value on now?
Well, sometimes it's can be just down to an edition or a signature, but at the moment I guess my most valuable books are a set of Captain James Cook's sort of third voyage in 3 volumes, which are about $9,000, but they're pretty nice copies.
That would be very rare, wouldn't it?
Well, uncommon, I guess, if you looked on the net. They're out there, but it's always getting them with good nick and with all the plates, because that's where the money is.
What would the chances of someone here in New Zealand, say in Auckland or Wellington or Christchurch, having something in their library that's not been read that might actually be of some value, they might not know about? Something a bit more obtainable, perhaps?
It's huge. I mean, everything in the shop, like from those Captain Cooks to that 1666 book, has all been found here in New Zealand. So,
wow.
You know, it's out there, and you know, sometimes just because people think because it's old, it's worth a lot. Some of the old books, they might be a couple hundred years old, but it's not very valuable, you know. Right. Whereas something new, the other day I had a Roald Dahl signed, so that's worth a lot of money, even though it's a kid's book. I mean, it's
so is he a Welsh author?
I'm not sure if he was Welsh, definitely English, but you know, had
a very valuable sort of chap.
Yeah.
And what about sort of books like James Bond and Harry Potter and all that sort of
stuff?
Yeah.
Have all those. I mean, the early James Bonds are worth the money. The most valuable James Bond is Casino Royale, especially with a dust jacket.
Yes.
It's like
the Hearts cover.
Like,
1953, if I remember right.
Yeah, something like that.
With
that's
those
right.
Hearts written on it.
Yep. And it's like, thousands, tens of thousands.
Cool.
Sorry, excuse me one second.
No sweat. So as you can see, Mark is a very busy chap. Let's take a quick look around the shop here. Really extraordinary catalogue, big catalogue of books here. But look at the atmosphere of the book, of the bookshop. You got your old stuff, as Mark said, and there's a lot of marine militaria and marine and air force and military in general, militaria. Up here we've got some biplanes. There's a Pan Am Clipper, by the looks of it. a clipper which was quite famous in the 30s and the 40s, and they used to come here to Auckland. Bit more of the box that goes right round and round. I won't go around the back, and just in case I lose connection. So there we are. If you're in Devonport and you've got a desire to find something really interesting, come here. It's well catalogued. There's some fantastic books here, and you could spend literally quite a few hours here and be very satisfied with buying something.
And hopefully lots of money.
That's the way. Thanks very much, Mark. Thank you. There we are. Bookmark, Devonport, Auckland. So wherever you are, thanks very much for tuning in. Take care and have a great day.